folks, it's Kikoskia here with some more Hearthstone, and it's time for a Tavern brawl, a festive one at that, and one I don't think I've ever seen before. Returns and exchanges. The only thing better than receiving a gift is returning it. Build a deck with 20 minions, will give you 10 random spells, and then gift it to your opponent. Let's see who wants to swap back. Unfortunately, if you play with Whizbang, you don't have the random spells because the deck has the spells that Whizbang allocates to it, and it also circumvents the fact that in this brawl you only have 20 health. For some reason, if you have a Whizbang deck, you have 30 health. I imagine this is something that is going to be quickly corrected, as I presume it's an oversight in this Tavern brawl. Aside from that, you get a gift receipt spell, which is a 5-mana spell that gives you back the deck that you built. It also gets rid of the copy of the spell in your opponent's hand because you've used your gift receipt to get your deck back. They then can't use the gift receipt to get their deck back because they already have it back. The person who does the gift receipt, however, does get their mana crystals refreshed when they do so there is some strategy in waiting until you have a lot more than 5 mana, which is the cost of the spell, and then play a few things and then gift receipt to get more mana. There are a few ways you can build a deck. You can do what I've done, which is try to build something that's reasonably strong. I just sort of threw things together in the Warlock class. Into this deck, there are a few things that are demons and non-demons, and there's some synergy there. It's not the strongest deck, but it's something I do want to give a try. I have already got one win with it, and you don't get a card pack for winning. You do get a very festive card back, however. The other way that you could build a deck is you could build a deck that has things in it that really don't synergize with any class outside your own. For instance, you could have a rogue, and you could put in lots of minions that synergize with weapons that your opponent doesn't have. And then they'll want to swap back, and they'll have minions that aren't very cost effective, and hopefully they built a deck that has just lots of strong things in it, like I have, and you ultimately gain. Of course, they could do the same thing back, and you could both end up in a bit of an awkward situation. But there are many ways that you can do this brawl. Hopefully this way will get me at least one more win, but I'm not counting on it because I've already won once, and that's usually all I ever get in these kind of brawls, but who knows? Maybe this time will be different.
Gul'dan versus Geralt.
I'm up against a warrior here. Now, one of my random spells is Drain Life, and I want to keep a Despicable Dreadlord. I also want to keep a Darkshire Councilman. The Voidcaller isn't that bad because I can get the Despicable Dreadlord, but I'm not going to presume that my opponent's deck is going to be full of demons. They got rid of one card. Happy Wintervale! Give your deck to your opponent, include a gift receipt. There is the gift receipt. Mind control deck, eh?
Pleasant feast of winter.
Hello, how are you? Let's see what you're planning to do. I know a guy. Discover a Taunt. Not a bad card to have because you can just get the kind of minions that you want. I don't have any minions to play at present, but I can hero power to get one. Ooh, Acolyte of Pain. Ooh, Axe Flinger. I think I know what may be going on here. This is a wild brawl, by the way, so you can play cards that are both in Standard and in Wild. That's why I have the Voidcaller. That's why somewhere in here there's also Mal'Ganis. I probably want to play the Acolyte of Pain next turn, so I can draw more of my opponent's cards. Then again, I can play the Darkshire Councilman as well. Are you going to play any minions at all? Gnome Veratu may actually work to my benefit here because at the moment I'm burning my opponent's cards rather than mine. Then again, until I actually get my deck back, they are my cards. My opponent isn't doing anything apart from hero powering, which works to my benefit. Because I'm ooh, Piloted Shredder. I'm going to play the Darkshire Councilman. Then I could play either Voidcaller or Piloted Shredder. Either way, good minions to have. The problem with playing the Voidcaller is that I will end up full mana.
I have an axe.
Bloodhoof Brave, eh? Well, I don't feel like playing anything in particular, though I could play an Axe Flinger. I do have 2 of them now. I could. If you trade, however, I'll end up having to deal with an enraged minion. We'll play the Powered Shredder. And then we won't attack. We'll wait for you to trigger the enrage mechanic. That no longer is an enrage mechanic. It has been changed to has +3 attack when damaged, which is pretty much enrage, in all but word. Now I don't really have anything that you can use to activate the enrage there. And no matter which way you trade here, you're not going to trade, no matter which way you trade it, I would ultimately benefit. A Wrathy Weaponsmith. That could be quite good. That could be quite good. Not going to play that, because that is not a good thing to play. We'll do this. And then this. Get a 3-2. And I feel like an Axe Flinger is a good thing to play. Now I have a 4-3. A 2-5 and a 3-2. And my gift receipt is now only 4 mana. Direhorn Hatchling, eh? Going to trade there. Could I get through that without a problem? I actually could now. I could play the Despicable Dreadlord, and then... That's actually a good idea. If I Despicable Dreadlord...
Unleash me.
And then do this. 2 damage. The 5-1 dies. And we're left with a 3-5 that can't trade well into my Councilman. Can't trade well into any of my minions, actually. That mind control tech might be useful. The Void Caller is not so useful anymore because I have no demons. I might want to swap next turn. Could swap. Go Armorsmith, Dark Peddler, discovers a 1-cost card. That can be a spell or a minion. You pick something pretty quickly. I wonder if that's going to be Whirlwind. 4 mana? I don't have many cards that have 4 mana in my deck. You're going to trade like that. Get the Direhorn Matriarch. Actually, next turn is a really good time to... Ooh! You got the Pterodax! You got the Pterodax! That's not great unless you gain health, because I can just... Yep, there's the +1/+1. That's a bit better for you. +4 attack this turn. I feel like armor smithing,
made to fit.
then gift receipting, because now I have that that taunt that you put in there. And I think I will then play the Axe Flinger and your Acolyte of Pain, and I'm going to hit you. Now it's a 5-4. And if you do decide to Whirlwind, I'm going to gain a lot of armor, and I'm going to gain cards as well. You're just going to trade? I gain 1 point of armor. Get the 2 1/1s. I wonder what cards of mine you have. Trade in. Okay. That gained me quite a bit. That gained me a lot. I'm going to keep the Siphon Soul, though, just in case I need it. I know a guy. Discover another taunt. Hopefully I draw Mal'Ganis pretty soon. That would be quite nice. It'd be very nice, actually. I do have Heroic Strike to deal with the 6/6. If I draw that taunt that he put in there, that'd be really nice. That is not the taunt, but it is a Siphon Soul, and I'll use it. Then I'll hero power, get another Darkshire Councilman, hit you for 4. You're now at 9. You're actually dead next turn if you don't draw and, well, if you don't play a taunt. You definitely have a taunt because you did the I know a guy. You definitely have a taunt because I could have Wrathy Weaponsmith and Heroic Strike, which deals 6.
I wonder.
Can't do it with Siphon Soul even on turn 10 because that is a lot of mana and a lot more than 10. If you have Morganis, that Siphon Soul is waiting for it. So I gain 3 more armor, deal another 2 damage to you, and draw a card. No taunt? I'm afraid that's game.
Well played.
I have a weapon now! It is a mighty weapon!
Stop moving!
Aha! Well played. Another victory is mine! But will I get a 3rd victory? That remains to be seen. But I did clear that daily, and I got some more gold, which is always nice, and I'm slowly working towards the Happy Winter Veil daily that gives you a fair few packs when you complete it. Let's do one more, shall we? Will I win? Will I fail? It's quite likely I'll fail, but who knows? I wonder how things like Baku work. I suppose you can't presume that they'll work because of the random spells.
Gul'dan versus Jaina.
It's a mage.
You asked for it.
More souls
No
shall be
Ferratu.
mine.
I do want that, even though it will burn things in my own deck, because it's a 2-drop. That's not too bad. I have a 2, I have a 3. I have multiple 3s.
Pleasant
And I have
feast
the
of
coin.
Winter Veil.
What kind of deck did you build? That is the question. You have Antonidas, which is nice to see, because now you don't have it, I have Antonidas. Then again, ooh. Goodbye, Dragon Hatcher. Hello, my Gnome Veratu, or hello, my Imp Gang Boss. I'm going to play that first rather than the Councilman because I want to bait out any removal that my opponent has. You don't care. That really works to my benefit. You're just going to try and go face? Ooh, Trogzor! I'm going to do that, I think. There we go! Now I have a 2-5, and that's going to quickly get out of control with that Imp. There could be a polymorph in my future, but a polymorph on a 2-5 is fine when I have Trogzor and Antonidas. Ooh, you're just thinking of going face. That's really aggressive. Do you have Pyroblast in that deck?
What to do? What to do?
You may do because the game's decided to give it to you. Going face really isn't a good plan here. But you're going face. Shadow Flame doesn't do as much damage as you probably wanted it to. Well known for R2. Goodbye, Pterodax. And I don't feel like tapping here. I get the feeling that tapping is not going to end well for me. Especially with how aggressive my opponent is being. Despicable Dreadlord? We can fireball that. And I think we will. Seems like a good play. Hit you for another 6. You're getting dangerously close to death now. We can play the Dread Infernal if something big is played. Cone of Cold. Dread Infernal is still a decent play, actually. It's a very decent play. We're still going to play it. Trogzor next turn. Definitely, because if he decides to gift a receipt, that is a spell. Oh, He wants that deck back right now. As your Drake draws him a card. And he's going to Corruption. Well, I was going to trade anyway, so that's fine. There we go. I love this card. This card is great. I use it quite a lot in wild matches with my Priest deck. It's really fun. All of the trogs that gain things when spells are cast are really fun. Note that it's only when taunt. +3 attack. Okay. That thing's about to die, I'm afraid. The effect only works when your opponent casts spells on Outlaw Walker Cho. Here it works when either person casts a spell. I have a pretty strong board here. Giant Mastodon. That's going to be tricky to get through. Very tricky to get through. But
You require my assistance?
I can just draw lots of fireballs. That's pretty good.
Your soul is
I feel like trading now is a good idea to stop any sudden bursts of damage hitting my face. Frostlich Jaina gets you up to 13 health, which is not enough to win. Because I have more than that represented with my spells. Arcane Missiles. Still not gonna do it, I'm afraid.
well played.
Warlock defeating an opponent with a Antonidas and fireballs happens more often than you think. We'll use the same fireball that we just got. Marvelous! Victory is mine! I can see what my opponent was trying to do there, but I just managed to get some pretty decent cards that they had. And so, I won. Despite me saying that I wouldn't win, I won anyway. It's like the game listens to what I'm saying and goes, well, I'll show him. That is a really fun brawl. Definitely one that I think I'm going to be playing a little bit more. The idea of swapping the decks around and the strategy around if you want to build something that's strong or something that hinders your opponent, I like that. That's pretty neat. And the card back is very fun. I'll probably be using that a bit as well. And so, that was a few matches in the new Tavern Brawl. Will there be the Tavern Brawl that we always get around Winter's Veil as well? Most likely, but that I think will come next week. Or it may not arrive at all, or it may arrive in June. That could genuinely happen. It could. I have seen festive Tavern Brawls take place quite a bit after the event that it's meant to be celebrating. And so, when we come back, folks, more Hearthstone. Will it be a deck that I've constructed? Most likely. But which one will it be? Who can say? And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.